You join me as we're about to look back through some of the winners we've had over the last month, October 2021 here at BOTB. I'll give you a little bit more information about what it was like to surprise these people and maybe some behind the scenes comments as well. So the first one we're going to do, this was back on the 5th of October 2021. This was a digger driver by the name of Marius Gurman. Marius won a fantastic Range Rover Velar and 25 grand in cash. So let's start playing the video. It's Monday evening and we've just arrived in Corby to surprise this week's very lucky winner of BOTB's Dream Car competition. Now, what you'll see here is you'll see that it was quite light when we got there. We actually surprised him on a Monday evening. He was working in quite a secure location. His surprise contact, his wife, told us. So we had to go and surprise him on a Monday evening because we couldn't get to him on a Tuesday. Quite light when we set up. However, as you'll see as I scan through the video, it gets dark very quickly. So if we scan through, this is his reaction. This is one of my favourite parts of my job, seeing people's reaction. Check this out. Marius, Christian from BOTB. And you'll see actually, there you go, you'll see his wife who already knew that we were going to surprise him. She knew what was happening. So when we came and knocked on the door, she was already there behind him filming.
Oh, really?
Really?
Wow.
Do you want to come with me?
I think I'm dreaming.
Your wife said, so it was already getting a bit dark. I mean, look how dark it is now. It's now basically pitch black. And then, of course, he also found out that he won quite a bit of money in the boot as well, which was quite cool. You've also won £25,000. He completely forgot about that.
Really?
Yes, really. We added this with every car last week in the Dream Car competition. Now, this next one, I love the title that we put on this for YouTube. It was brand new Uber. So this was Imran Yassin, who drives an Uber for a living. Actually, he's got a couple of jobs and Uber is one of them. He won a brand new £51,000 Mercedes EQA AMG line. And this is when we surprised him on October the 8th. So as we went to go and surprise him, if I just scan back a little bit, you'll see this was some of his family at the door. This was part of his surprise contact crew, I suppose you could call it. And they were like, he's upstairs, so be really quiet. I was trying to work out what was happening at this point. Now, people have answered the door in all sorts of different bits of clothing, or less clothing in some respects. However, this guy, Imran, was hilarious because he was literally doing his teeth as we surprised him. So they called him around the corner and look at the shock on his face.
Hello, Imran, Christian from BOTB.
He's got loads of toothpaste all around his mouth.
How you doing?
I'm very well. How you feeling?
I'm feeling right, I don't know what to think.
So he's brushed his teeth by this point, which is all good fun. And then, of course, as we scan through the video, you'll see we surprise him with this awesome electric EQA AMG line. It's basically this augmented reality sat-nav system. So on the sat-nav screen, it actually sees where the road is and it puts signs and stuff. I just thought it was incredible. We borrowed the car that morning from Mercedes-Benz in Brooklands, who have been fantastic. We've ordered lots of cars from them before, so they very kindly let us take the car. Imran actually ended up going for the cash alternative, so he had loads of money in his bank account by the end of the week that he won. Right, let's move on to the next one. This one, that exhaust. Well, you'll hear how that sounds in a second. This was Ray Marsh, who won a brand new Ford Mustang Mach-1 plus as well 50 grand as part of the Dream Car competition. And this was great actually, something you didn't see on the winner surprise video we'll go through in a second. Now, what was really weird about this intro is literally, if you imagine where I'm stood, just behind the cameraman, there was a bus stop and there was a girl stood at the bus stop. And as I'd finished my intro, as I walked past her, she said, "Did you say Ray Marsh?" I said, "Yeah." She said, "That's my dad." I was like, "No way." And she went, "This is going to be well worth being late for work for." Now, something that you might see in videos, we usually cut it out. However, I usually, when I get to a front door and I see a Ring doorbell, I hate them. They're like my arch nemesis because sometimes winners, obviously, their phone goes off before they come to the front door. However, Ray was just around the corner, apparently, working in his shed, so he had no idea that I was at the front door. You'll see his wife and his daughter, who was stood at the bus stop, waiting to go to work, just in tow there. Now, I nearly got quite emotional for this surprise because Ray said something, and if you haven't seen it, I'll play it to you now. So this is the point where I nearly cried, actually. This was quite emotional for me.
He's just got the all clear from cancer. So
You're kidding me?
No.
Oh, mate, that's amazing.
I mean, Ray had literally just got the all clear from cancer and now he's gone and won his dream car and 50 grand to go with it. Just unbelievable day for him. I was so happy for him. Such a nice bloke and a lovely family as well. And I'm pleased to say you are BOTB's 600th Dream Car winner. There you go, I forgot that. He was BOTB's 600th Dream Car winner. That's so cool. So this is Ali Tahir, the next BOTB winner. He won on October the 15th, 2021, a fantastic Mercedes C300D. So he worked in a kitchen factory. And this was really difficult to try and surprise him because his boss, who was an absolute legend, who knew exactly who we were and was like, yeah, just come into the factory. He said, he's over there. Now, I'd not seen a picture of him before, so I was a little bit confused as to which one of the guys working was him.
We're going covert.
And then as he's making the kitchens, he spots us.
Ali?
Yes.
Christian?
Nice, I know.
Nice to meet you.
So he knew who I was, which was quite handy because sometimes, it doesn't happen very often, but sometimes we'll go and surprise someone and they'll go, sorry, who are you? What are you trying to sell? Not this guy, he knew exactly who I was. What was really cool is when all of his colleagues came out and saw that he also won 20 grand to go with the car. This is always a funny part for me. Everyone's colleagues, if you bring them out, everyone's scrambling to get their mobile phone out to start taking videos and pictures because they just can't quite believe it. Look at that guy in the background.
Well done.
Thank you.
Oh, I didn't see that when I watched this back for the first time, but I've just spotted it. There are two people from Mercedes-Benz, the local dealership, that came down to just help us with the surprise. And their reaction in the background is really cool. There they are.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Oh, they're obviously really happy for him as well.
I know you're filming everything. It's fantastic.
His wife was awesome. Such a character.
How hard was it keeping it a secret?
Really hard.
When I phoned her yesterday, her reaction was incredible.
He's just won a brand new Mercedes.
That's sometimes now we record their reaction when I phone them the day before. And I have to stress, please do not say anything. This is a secret. Let's go and surprise him. And she did a fantastic job at that. So here we are, the next one then, and this is Mark Tocker. Now Mark actually lived in the Shetland Islands, which if you know where that is, as I said in the video, north of Scotland. It's, well, near enough Finland. What we had to do was, we had to try and work out what the best plan of action was. So once the auditors told us who the winner was, and we realised it was this guy here, Mark, and we realised that he lived in the Shetland Islands, we tried to come up with a plan to get there. However, on the Shetland Islands, we wouldn't have found a BMW M8 competition. So what we actually managed to do was fly Mark down, and it was fantastic kind of 48 hours for him. We got him down on a Monday night, we put him up in a hotel in Heathrow, and then on the Tuesday morning, he got in a taxi and came to join us at the BMW dealership. So at this point here, Mark was unaware of what he'd won. He knew it was a BMW because he played for two different cars. He bought some tickets for the BMW M3 and he bought one ticket for the BMW M8 competition. And that car, as you might know, is worth quite a lot more than the BMW M3. And it just turned out that the closest ticket out of everyone that played that week was his M8 competition ticket.
What are you trying to say here?
He literally had no idea.
No.
Mark, you've just won a £126,000 BMW M8 competition.
No.
I wondered if you could see it as we were walking, but you obviously didn't.
It's always fantastic surprising people, seeing their reactions. Everyone is completely different. I have no idea what anyone's ever going to react like. So yeah, Mark was fantastic. He's actually taking the car. So that's going to be quite an interesting collection video if we do go all the way up to the Shetland Islands or not to do a handover, or whether or not he comes back down here and potentially drives it all the way back up and gets on a ferry. So he's gone for the car, which is quite cool. Right, let's move on to the next winner. Now, this was a very special winner.
So since BOTB started just over 22 years ago, it was only a matter of time until we had our first triple winner.
That's true. I mean, BOTB's running, as I said in the video, for over 22 years now. It was only a matter of time before somebody went and won all three. And Ricky Tronson won his dream car quite a few years ago. And then about a couple of months ago, I think it was, won the lifestyle competition and now the midweek car competition. So I think, as you can see, when we go to surprise him, he was a little bit shocked because he had no idea we were coming. We literally just turned up to his house and had our fingers crossed he was going to be home.
Ricky.
No way.
What was really nice was that when Ricky won the lifestyle competition, he won a really nice Breitling watch. And if you see here, he's wearing the watch, which I do comment on, and it's a fantastic watch. So it's nice when winners get something and they go for the prize rather than the cash alternative.
A brand new Tesla.
Now, obviously, it was the Model 3 that we surprised him with, but it is the Model Y that he's won, and how cool does that look? So let's go on to, I suppose, the last one in the month, and this was a really great surprise. I love this up in Manchester. So this was Ibrahimo, and Ibrahimo won his dream car. He's been playing for a Ford Focus ST for a little while now, and as he says in the video, he's just like, this is the car I want. It's got 4 doors, this is what I wanted to win, and this is what he won.
No words.
In his dressing gown, as I mentioned towards the beginning of this video, when we had a winner brushing their teeth, it just turned out that Ibrahimo wasn't quite dressed for work yet. I mean, this guy works like 2 different jobs, 7 days a week, so I think in a weird way I kind of felt a bit bad for waking him up, but there we go. It just turned out to be a pretty good day for him.
My God.
How you doing?
Yeah, I'm fine, thank you.
Yeah, you're still in your dressing gown. Love it.
He made some really funny noises throughout the whole of the surprise video. He was just such a nice bloke. I think he's gone for the cash alternative, which for the fact that you also won 30 grand and the Ford Focus ST, that's a lot of money in his bank account that he's now got, which I'm sure will be absolutely life-changing for him and his mum. Talking of his mum...
Your son has just become rather lucky.
Serious?
He's just
Serious? Yep.
won a £33,000 Ford Focus ST.
Serious? Really?
Really? Yes, really. What was even better was this bit here, because her reaction was just the funniest thing ever.
He won this car. He's also won £30,000 to go with the car.
No, I don't think so.
No, I don't think so. Well, yeah, we think so.
It's serious.
Yeah. 30 grand and a brand new Ford Focus ST.
She was fantastic. The winner himself was amazing, but the couple of them together was just amazing. Mum and son going through that emotion of what it's like to win your dream car and loads of money to go with it with BOTB. And off camera, she couldn't stop saying how lovely our son was, how nice he was, and how he wants to try and get his family back over from his home country to the UK to spend a bit of time with them, all to go back there and spend a bit of time. So he was absolutely fantastic. That's kind of the end of all of the winners for October. I hope you enjoyed a little kind of, I suppose, trip down memory lane over the last 4 weeks, and we'll try and do it again next month. And for me to give you a little insight into what it's like to surprise these people and some little bits of information that you might not see when you watch the winner surprise video. If you're playing this week, best of luck, because you never know, I could be reviewing your winner surprise video real soon.